Jason, today's episode of the Lee Summit Town Hall podcast is brought to the good people at Budget Blinds of Lee Summit.
Budget Blinds!
I've got a new one.
Okay.
Did you know
What?
a second retail location for Budget Blinds is now open? We've teased about it. We've hinted about it.
Boy, did we tease about it.
And we were wrong in our initial tease.
I believe, I'm going to say this. We were misled.
Maybe. Not by the good folks.
No, and not intentionally. They weren't trying to mislead us. It's just, here's a secret for all of you. Construction takes longer than they planned.
Right. Anyway, Budget Blinds of Lee Summit now has Budget Blinds of Overland Park. So if your friends or family are over on that other side of the state line, they've got a place to go to. Really? You got nothing?
I got nothing.
You know what else, Jason? They're your home for the signature series shades.
All hail our robot shade overlords. Our bi-state robot shade overlords.
Wow, is that like having a second crown?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a bigger crown. Maybe put like extra jewels on it
There we go.
or something.
So if you're ready to make your home a smart home, go see our friends at Budget Blinds of Lee Summit, please. Right in the heart of downtown. Tell them Jason Nick sent you.
Hello again, and welcome to Lee Summit Town Hall, a weekly podcast about what you can do to make a difference. I am Jason Norbury, and as always, I am joined by a man who's going to make me some tacos this week. It is Nick Parker, the publisher of Link to Lee Summit.
So not just tacos.
Look, I'm going to say this clear before you clarify and get more in detail, because I'll start drooling, and that's weird on the microphone. But look, you had me at tacos.
Birthday, burritos, tacos.
That's good. No, so Nick and I, and a
friend who shall not be named,
and is muted on this podcast, we'll be getting together and spending some time together as friends outside of the podcast arena, and we're gonna make some tacos because, well, you have to stay on brand as it goes. Link to Lee Summit is the source for all the news you need about our very fine city, and our unofficial sponsor today is ibuprofen, because as it turns out, I have been spending the last week and a half or so remodeling my master bathroom, which is great, and it's been an entertaining process and all that. But I'm going to say this. I am a man who is now, and I'm going to reveal a dark detail, I'm in my 50th year on this planet. I get more sore now than I did when I was younger, as it turns out. And so my friend is ibuprofen, getting me through the ends of my days as we go through. It's been a lot of work, but it's been cool. And the bathroom looks pretty nice so far.
Thank you, modern medicine, for helping us through these hard times. Jason, you know what I love almost as much as tacos?
What's that?
Ice cream.
I mean, can't really go wrong. You could make a whole day of just tacos and ice cream.
So this week, we're going to celebrate my birthday, and I am not quite yet to that 50th year. Thank you very much.
You wee baby.
We're going to celebrate my birthday with tacos. And then next week, we're going to celebrate Missouri's bi-centennial, August 10th, 5 to 8 p.m. at the Lee Summit History Museum, an ice cream social for the community.
It is very cool. Lee Summit's Historical Society, the City of Lee Summit's Cultural Arts Division are hosting this. It's going to be really cool. Do I get to sing happy birthday to Missouri?
I think you absolutely 100% should. I actually stand on a table. I will give you a microphone, and you will sing happy birthday to Missouri.
Oh, that sounds sweet. So we've got 3, not just 1, not just 2, but 3 different ice cream food trucks will be there.
That's true. It's
including Lee Summit's own Poppy's ice cream.
Poppy's. We'll have the waffler. We'll have Tasty Unicorn. First 500 attendees get 1 free scoop. Oh, guess what? There's kettle corn. There's root beer. There's a whole lot more. So thank you to History Museum, City of Lee Summit, Downtown Main Street involved in this, Lee Summit Chamber. There's also going to be a kind of a partner event. So if you walk just a block west, there's also going to be a symphony concert over at Bridge Space on Market Street. So some cool, fun stuff happening, Jason, as Lee Summit does its part as our state celebrates its bicentennial.
Happy birthday to Missouri.
Hey, I want to get to a little bit of real news. I got just one little bit of real news.
We have one real piece of news this week.
It's August now, and much to the chagrin.
Wait, you can hear the sound in the future. You can hear it. You can hear the sound, the slow, quiet, and growing groans of the community's school children.
Right. My son says it's the topic that shall not be spoken of yet, and I'm sure many of you have children as well. But school is coming back soon. And like everybody, we're all thinking, okay, what's it going to look like this year? We all went through last year,
Last year was a
which had many looks as we went back and forth, but it is what it is. COVID ruined everything. However, it sounds like COVID's still trying to ruin things.
Oh no, I would say Delta is doing a fantastic job of ruining all the available leftover things.
The Board of Education for at least some of our 7 schools is having a special session tomorrow on Thursday. They're going to discuss, Jason, the mask topic. Dr. David Buck, the superintendent, will be presenting kind of the administration's recommendation and plan for what they think should be happening when it comes to masks for the next school year. And then the board will deliberate and make their decisions what they think that should happen. Jason, you've taken a look at the documents. What really is Dr. Buck recommending?
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say is despite the fact that we're now getting COVID levels probably at or above what we had last summer as we were heading into the school year, there is no conversation about making everyone do any kind of remote, hybrid, virtual, any kind of schooling. It's planned for in-person schooling is the main mode of thing. I think that the district has, to be fair, our knowledge of COVID and how the vaccine transmits and all those sorts of things
we know more this August than we did last August.
Right. So we know some things. And so just to be clear, to keep everybody, look, this is anytime we start talking about COVID and any kind of restrictions accompanying COVID, this is what we get. We're going to have a lot of hue and cry and a lot of people who are going to be mad online and in person about whatever restrictions there might be.
May or may not be.
There may or may not be. But nobody's talking about at this point shifting to any kind of a virtual or remote learning model for the bulk of the students. All the kids are going to be in school except for those who specifically choose to do the virtual option, which existed before COVID and continues to exist now. So that leaves really on the table masks and whether or not or who is going to be required to wear them and what situations and all that. And so short version, there's if you go onto the district's website, you can pull the document up yourselves. There's like a 30 panel PowerPoint presentation and all that. But essentially, every recommending body from the CDC on down has recommended, including the county, local doctors, all kinds of groups have basically made the recommendation that all school children, K through 12, should be fully masked while indoors during their schooling activities. This is because our vaccination rates are low on that. Obviously, if you're under 12, you can't be vaccinated at all. So, I mean, like our elementary schools are just a sea of unvaccinated children. The middle schools and high schools, those ages, the vaccination rates on there are very low. I mean, like under 40% for like 10 to 14-year-old or 14-year-olds. They're a little bit higher in the 40% range for other teenagers. And Lee Summit's may be higher, but we don't have any specific, or at least no released data on that particular
not really available
subject
to
matter.
us.
Not available to us at this point. And that may be something that the district gathers as it goes through. There's no conversation in this on requiring the vaccination to attend schools, which is another topic that comes up, but that's not in this recommendation. So the recommendation is the superintendent and the district have put forth the recommendation according to their PowerPoint, which of course could change between now and Thursday night, that all, I will read it out here, require universal mask wearing of all individuals while indoors at school or school events. And then they recommend wearing masks outdoors if you are unvaccinated. So that's the basic gist. And I think that is a relatively, it's very straightforward, pretty easy to understand. The end case would be you wear masks inside, you don't wear masks outside, because we all know how a recommendation of mask wearing outdoors goes. We've seen that ever since May, but that's what you're trying to deal with that. So I think essentially, to sum it up, everybody says everybody in the school should be wearing masks all the time. And that's the recommendation that they're going to put to the board that the board will vote on Thursday.
So we will watch and see what that discussion entails. I'm sure members of the board will have lots of questions. They'll have some thoughts and opinions of their own. So we're going to watch that, see how the board decides. And we're going to see maybe if we can get Dr. Buck to come on the show in a week or two and give us maybe a little picture of what the school year is going to look like. I think we're all a little curious. And for whatever reasons, we're all a little anxious about what's going to go on this year. And can we just have it a little easier?
A little bit. Hey, look, I think this recommendation, like if everybody gets to go and do all the stuff that they used to do, and the only thing you have to do is wear a mask, it's pretty okay. Think about what happened last year and how much everybody hated last year Like even the people who had a good experience with the virtual or online schooling hated it because they missed their friends, they missed activities, they missed all those things. This isn't so bad as the thing goes. So we'll see what the board does in response or as a follow
Look,
through.
I'm just selfish. I want my house back.
And yeah, and really that's, I think, the important thing. All of you
Give
should
Nick what Nick wants.
You should email all of the members of the Board of Education and say, look, we support this in-person mask mandated school so that Nick can have his house.
Right. Nick, it's all about Nick.
It's all about Nick.
It's all about Nick. Jason, that's it. We're going to watch. We're going to see what happens. The district's going to make its recommendation. The board will then make its decision on what they think is the best option, the best things for the children in the district. And then we'll come back and we'll talk about it. That'll wrap us up for this week. We'll talk to everybody next time.